Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion goes Patrick. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. In motion goes Patrick. Play action. It's gone. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And this one is incomplete.
That's exactly what defense is talking about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. And he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Hurts to Barkley on the check down. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield. It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Down the left sideline. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what. 3rd down. All you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field. But that's exactly what happened.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Hurts. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A pair of first downs gives them a first and 10 up at the 44. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 30-yard line. The slot man in motion right. A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. 23 yards the pickup there.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 63. 2nd down and goal. Hurts flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. St. Brown in motion right. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Jalen Carter in on that tackle. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second down and 8. Here's Goff. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game, because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. Fighting him off. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, That may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
He finds him again, Saquon Barkley.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A first down carry for Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 21-0.
Lions nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
The final shot before break here. Goff.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
second down. Here's Barkley again. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Third and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a fourth down.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard. Goff now to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Running with Montgomery from the pistol.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
They go play action with Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So first and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Hurts.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
This is Smith to the ground. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions and 16. 23 yards the pickup there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Touchdown, Eagles! Saquon Barkley from 3 yards out.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Now Goff looking to change the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line.
In motion, the tight end. Desperation time for Goff on fourth. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick.
And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now he's into the clear again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 71 yards.
And the Eagles start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll opt not to return this. The ball did hit in the landing zone. This will come out to the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
A big play there for Detroit. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Gone. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go.
Now Goff.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
In motion goes Raymond.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half was...
They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
That's good for the Lions. First and 10 at the
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
We go. 76. 76. Hey, 5.
Back to throw. Goff. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
at their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Throw caught by Raymond.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Off play action. Here's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Throwing is Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the